Hey guys, we are going to get started here in just a couple minutes. I'm moving the camera, I know. That was a little jarring. It was just sitting in a weird spot and I thought I was going to be likely to knock it over where I had it sitting. Okay, so tonight we have got a couple of football breaks up front, and then we have got a lot of basketball following in behind that. Football, of course, we have our half case of 2011 Prime Signatures, and then that's going to be followed by a half case of the new Leaf mini helmets that just came out this week, so I'm super excited to get into those. They actually just came out yesterday. In the meantime, if somebody wants to jump into chat and let me know on the 2011 Prime Signatures if you want to open first half or second half of the case, or I should say right side or left side, because it's a brand new case. I didn't get that out very well. Then we'll get started on that. So first up, 5 boxes of 2011 Panini Prime Signatures. That's half case break, and it is the 21st time that we have broken a half case of 2011 Prime Sigs. And of course our eBay end date, that's tonight, and our live stream schedule, that's right now. And team names are down the left, winning bidder names are down the right hand side. Anything that says no bids buyback just means it was an orphan team, unloved, unwanted. If anything comes out for one of those, they will stay here with me. And some of these teams we may have some unpaid teams tonight. Honestly, I did not have time to get the unpaid teams marked on the spreadsheet. So anything that is unpaid, of course, will have to be paid before you would get your, cards. But as long as you take care of payment, we will be all good. And that also means everybody's going to be in the drawing tonight, because I did not get anybody marked as unpaid. So, hey, Jordan, how are you, man? I am doing well. Doing well. You know what? It's funny. Yeah, I don't know who's unpaid tonight. I really literally did not have time to mark it on the spreadsheet. I had so many auctions ending tonight. It just ended up that I ran out of time, didn't have time to go in and mark it. But so you guys, nobody has come up and said right side or left side of the case in chat at this point. So I think I'll just make an executive decision and we're going to go to the left. Usually one of you guys will be the hero. Oh, now it pops up. Well, Jordan, I've already started taking them out on the left. You know what? There's always that little delay in chat from when you guys type it to when it shows up on my side, and I don't know why there's so much of a delay, but kind of there is. And that time it came back and bit us in the butt, because you did say right, but I had already made an executive decision and started taking them out of the left. Oh, and now somebody else came up and said right side too. Daggone it. So you guys are going to all blame me now if it comes out crappy from the left side. Oh, well. No, Dave, mini helmets are not until after Prime Sigs. Prime Sigs first, then mini helmets, and then a whole slew of basketball. Basketball on top of basketball on top of basketball. But first Prime Sigs, then mini helmets. And I'm super psyched about the mini helmets myself, because they just came out yesterday. It's Leaf, so it's not, the same brand that we've been opening, TriStar. Now we even opened some Gold Rush. And now we are going to be opening Leaf for a little bit. And I'm excited to see what kind of stuff's going to be in there myself. So, yay. And I don't know why the camera keeps washing things out every time I move. It seems like I don't know, it's doing something weird with the lighting. Maybe I shouldn't have moved it from wherever I had it before. Let me kind of try to slide it back and see if that helps. I don't know what is going on with it. Daggone it. All right, so 2011 Prime Signatures, here we go. All the base cards in this are numbered if you haven't done a break of this before with me. So everything you see will have a number on it, and there is one per pack that will have a signature. First one up is the Raiders. Daryl LaMonica to 25 for the Raiders. So, see, Jordan, you just said Oakland and Washington. Do you have them in 2011 Prime, or do you have them in the mini helmets? Because if you happen to have them in 2011 Prime Signatures, this is a nice hit on the LaMonica to 25. And there it goes with that light again. I can't figure out why it's doing such weird things with the lighting. Like, it's the same camera I always use, but it's just behaving very oddly tonight for some strange reason. Second hit. Oh, that's nice too. Mike Williams to 25 for the Bucks. But the LaMonica is still ahead. XX Shadow, I'm not sure what you're trying to convey there. As I said, we're doing 2011 Prime Signatures, followed by the half case of mini helmets, followed by the basketball. So I'm assuming you're in one of the other breaks. I don't really know, because the question isn't really so much of a question as you just sort of made a statement there in chat. And we have a redemption, so we'll set that aside because we'll have to look that up on our little handy sheet that they gave us, and also in the checklist. So then we'll go back to that in a minute. And as you guys probably remember, these redemptions are going to be expired, but you can still redeem them. Raheem Moore for the Broncos to 199 is our third hit. And what you will do when you get it is go ahead and redeem it into your Panini account like you normally would. And then you're probably going to have to wait 6 or 8 weeks, unfortunately. And then reach out to the guy on Twitter. His handle is @PaniniCSM. And then ask him to help you out with it. Anthony Allen to 25 for the Ravens. So we had lots of them to 25, which is unusual. They're usually not so low numbered, so that part is good. So the Twitter handle, yeah, @PaniniCSM. And if the guy still has the card, he will send it to you. And if he does not, he will work with you to find some kind of replacement. So it looks like our card is, I'm going to go with Michael, spelled differently, LaShore. But of course, yeah, no clue. So here's what we're going to have to do, and that is go to the Panini website and deal with their lovely fun checklist. So bear with me for a minute while I do the 400,000 drop downs that we have to get done, so that it will let us see what we want to see. I don't know why. I don't know A, why their website has to be so slow, and B, why I have to have so many drop down menus. I mean, I kind of guess I do, but yet it irritates me. So there you go. I just like it all to be faster. It takes too long. And what is the card set on this bad boy? Rookie Signature Silver RPS. Rookie Signature, where are you, Silver? There you are. And what was the card number? 251. This is, all right, all that work to find out. It's the Lions, and it's going to be numbered to 249. Okay. So, again, Lions team owner, when you get this, redeem it, wait 6 or 7 weeks, go to the guy @PaniniCSM on Twitter, and tell him you need some help with an expired redemption. So our hits, again, out of 2011 Prime Signatures were the redemption for the Lions. And I had to set something out of the way, sorry. I just realized I had something sitting on the mat where these cards are supposed to go here in a minute. Anthony Allen to 25 for the Ravens. Raheem Moore to 199 for the Broncos. Mike Williams to 25 for the Bucks. And then Daryl LaMonica to 25 for the Raiders. That's actually a super nice hit for the Raiders, in my opinion, on the LaMonica. And that is it for 2011 Prime Signatures. So now we are rolling down into who just unliked XD. I don't even know what you guys are talking about with XD, but okay, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on in chat. If you need me for something, let me know. Okay, let me pull up our spreadsheet for the next break, which is our mini helmets. And it is a half case, which in this instance is 4 mini helmets. It's 2017 Leaf, the series that just came out, and it's the first time we've broken it because, yeah, it just came out. Oh, Jordan, that was your LaMonica in Prime Signatures? Oh, congrats, man. That's cool. All right, now we've got, again, you'll see your team name down the left, your winning bidder name down the right. Anything that says no bids buyback, just the one in here was an unloved, unwanted orphan team, and it'll hang out here with me if anything comes out for that team. And as soon as we finish up the mini helmet break, then we're going to be busting into a whole lot of basketball tonight, like a massive amount of basketball. And while I'm cutting into this case of Leaf mini helmets, if chat will pop up in time, do you guys want to have an opinion top or bottom? Because this is, or I guess it could be left or right. It could be left, right, top layer, or bottom layer. So, anybody? I'm going to pause for a minute since I know that chat is kind of delayed. See if anybody comes in here. Yes, no, maybe. Nobody? All right, then if we do, oh, there's somebody. Oh, man. Now, of course, Jay says the top and Michael says the bottom. Okay. Well, there we go. There's another vote for the top layer. So now we have 2 votes for the top layer, and that's what we're going to roll with. Let me set the rest of these back behind me out of the way. Because it was coming some pretty big cases. They take up a lot of room. So here's hoping that we pull not only some excellent hits out of this, but also maybe some different players than we've been pulling recently, just for some variety. Well, variety in the mini helmets. Of course, we've had a pretty good variety out of the jerseys and out of the full-size helmets, but the mini helmets, yeah. Okay. This is, of course, since this all just came yesterday, this is my first time cutting into these boxes, too. And I didn't really know we had an extra little seal there, but yet we do. So let's get through those two and see what comes out. You know what? I'm going to stack these over here. They're just in the way. There's so much basketball piled up back there that we don't have as much room to work. Oh, somebody's about to be super happy because you know what's coming out of here first up? Yeah, it's Christian McCaffrey. Yes, indeed it is. Christian McCaffrey. So, of course, you know that's going to be on his collegiate helmet. But that, well, you know what? You can't really see that signature too well. Can I get it far enough back, close enough in? So we'll have to go with, you know, since he is a rookie and it is a collegiate helmet, it's going to go to the team that drafted Christian McCaffrey. And I'm going to... yeah, that is the Panthers. So the Panthers draw first blood, so to speak, with the nice Christian McCaffrey. This is football still, of course. Yeah, Shadow, this is still football. Next up, Todd Gurley, another nice hit for the Rams. If you can see that one. I just should not have stacked so much basketball on here. I'm going to have to, I'll pick the camera up and give you a better view of all this in a minute. Oh boy, Saints are about to be happy too, because look who it is. It's Drew Brees. Yeah. Okay, let's just pick this up a little bit. There is Drew Brees, Christian McCaffrey, Todd Gurley, and so far we're off to an excellent start with the Leaf mini helmets. Yeah, it is some good stuff. Oh, and it's just getting better because you know who's coming out right now for the Bears? Dick Butkus. Yeah, Dick Butkus. So suffice to say, guys, this was quite a nice mini helmet break. So a vast difference in what we have seen recently. These are all fantastic hits in my opinion. So just to review, we have the Dick Butkus for the Bears, followed by the Drew Brees for the Saints, which is really just exceptional to pull a Drew Brees out of there, followed by Todd Gurley for the Rams, and then Christian McCaffrey for the Panthers, which just made somebody really happy as well. So that is Leaf Mini Helmet half case break number 1, and it was a really good one. So I guess that means when it comes time to bust into the other half of the case, you won't be sleeping on it, because it looks like that we're going to have some big names coming out of here. All right, now we are going to be rolling through some basketball, and there's a tremendous amount of it. First up is Innovation, one box of 2012-13 and one box of 2013-14. This is the 15th time that we have broken Innovation in that combination. And you're going to see all throughout basketball tonight an absolute ton of stuff that says no bids. There was just a massive amount of unsold teams tonight in basketball. I don't know, I guess everybody was more interested in something else tonight than bidding on basketball for sure, because all of them have lots of unsold teams. But the good news about that for you is that means there'll be less to ship, which means your stuff will probably go out on Tuesday instead of later in the week, because, yeah, I have significantly less to ship than normal. Oh, Dave, the mini helmets were phenomenal, man. It was Christian McCaffrey for the Panthers, Drew Brees for the Saints, Todd Gurley for the Rams, and Dick Butkus for the Bears. And my guess is that all the Leaf mini helmets are going to be bigger names than what we have seen out of the TriStar recently. Now, that's just a theory, but based on what I have seen thus far, I think it's going to be a little more loaded than what we have seen in the past. Just so everybody remembers, all of the 2012-2013 Panini products, and we're opening a bunch of them tonight, they're all going to have this little pack of Kobe Anthology cards in them. And there is a whole section in the listing about these. It's in that special circumstances section, because these are bonus packs, just free packs put in there. And generally speaking, we did finally find one hit, but most of the time they're just base cards. And here's what happens with them. If we find a hit, then the hit will be given out via random.org to everybody that is in that break. When we don't find a hit and it's just base cards, then they don't go anywhere. Well, eventually they're going to be donated, but to a kids hospital. But in the interim, they don't go anywhere, and they're all have a value of, like, collectively probably 1 penny, because there's millions of them out there. So this is the first part of Innovation. This is 12-13, and I see we've got another redemption back there. And even though we just talked about it a minute ago, we're going to have to talk about it again. Zach Randolph, producer's insert for the Grizzlies. And this is our stained glass card. And the stained glass out of 12-13, who is that? Oh, it's Dwight Howard. Stained glass out of 12-13, some of them are actually worth a little bit of money, because it's the first year that they had them, and you didn't find them in every pack every time. So just FYI, if that is your card coming to you. First signature hit out of here, Tim Hardaway coming out for the Golden State Warriors. Never go too wrong with Tim Hardaway, right? Steve Nash coming out for the Lakers. That's going to be a nice one. Oh, and it's not signed. It's just material. But still, I still like that. Anything with Steve Nash, in my opinion, is worth having. Then for the Suns, we have Markieff Morris, rookie, and I believe they call these laser cut if you're trying to find them in the price guide. This is 74 of 349. And then our redemption, rookie Innovative Inc., Marcus Teague. And, oh, who was Marcus Teague drafted by? Daggone it. We'll have to go back into, and I know that. Like, I know that because he went to UK, but it's not coming out of my brain at the moment, so we're going to have to go to the checklist for that one, too. Oh, you know how I hate going to the checklist. Now we're in the 13-14 box of Innovation. This is Kenneth Fareed on a stained glass. Of course, it has a little different valuation than the stained glass that we're going to pull, that we pulled out of 12-13 because they were more common by then. And there's a Vasquez on, now see, I just said the name of it, the laser cut. And you'll see this one has some shading, shadowing, whatever you want to call it, around there. And that is actually part of the card design. So if you get that, it's not damaged. It didn't come out with, that's just how they made it. It's weird looking, but whatever. It's how it is. That is to $199, of course, for the Raptors. Juggernauts insert for Marc Gasol for the Grizzlies, or of Marc Gasol, not for Marc Gasol. Another stupid redemption. And this one is for Eric Murphy, and could not tell you that at all. So we would have had to go on to the checklist anyway. Top-notch autographs. This is on a die-cut card, of course. This is to $325, Larry Nance for the Cavs. So fun little hit for the Cavs. And then for the Timberwolves, numbered to 99, Ricky Rubio fabric. Memorabilia. That's a mouthful. So let's set these two crazy things down here while we go back to the unfortunate checklist. I say unfortunate because you know it's going to take forever. I mean, it's going to take forever and ever and ever. Not really. It won't be too bad, but it just, you know, I hate redemptions when they don't print them on there. It just kills me. All right. Panini Innovation. Then we'll have to do this again because there's one out of each year, but we can get the first one done anyway. Card number 27, Rookie Innovative Inc. And Marcus Teague went to the Bulls in the draft, and I do not know why I could not remember that, because usually my UK guys, you know, I remember where they were drafted, where they went, but kind of went crazy and didn't remember. Now we have to go into 13 and look this one up. And it is, what? Main exhibit signature rookies. Card number 40. Also the Bulls. How about that? Both redemptions for... Why can I not write tonight? I'm just having one of those days. Like, I don't know what's going on with me. One of those days for sure. So let's recap our hits out of Innovation. We have a redemption for the Bulls out of 12-13, Marcus Teague. A redemption for the Bulls out of 13-14 for Eric Murphy. And we have for the Timberwolves, the Ricky Rubio fabric, numbered to 99. For the Cavs, the Larry Nance top notch on the die cut card, of course, to 325. For the Lakers, the Steve Nash material. Was Steve Nash not numbered? I guess he's not. I don't see it on there. So, oh, there it is, down there in the corner. I just didn't see it. It's numbered to 99 on the Steve Nash materials hit, too. Then Tim Hardaway for the Golden State Warriors. And even though this is technically not, I mean, it's not signed or anything, but I'm going to consider this to be a hit because it is out of 12-13 and the stained glass out of 12-13 do have some value on them sometimes. So that wraps up Innovation. Give me 1 second to clear that down on the other part of the mat, and then we're going to roll back and take a look at our spreadsheet to see what comes out next. And it looks like that is going to be our mixer is coming up next. And that is one box of 1314 Titanium, one box of 1415 Donruss, and one box of 1516 Excalibur. And as before, tons of things that didn't get bids. The few that did, you will see, of course, your name in that sea of no bids. Look for your name in there and next to the teams that were sold. And again, if anything is unpaid, I did not have time to mark that on the spreadsheet tonight. So if it is that something has not yet been paid, of course it will have to be paid before you would get your cards. I think that kind of probably goes without saying, but generally I mark it. Tonight we just ran out of time. I've got to get, oh, the tablet is trying to give me grief. It's sometimes after I go to the checklist or whatever, it locks itself up for I don't really know what reason. And this is going to have, of course, more so the Donruss than the Titanium and the Excalibur, but it's going to have, all of them have some base in them. So we're going to kind of buzz through them, and we will stop on, of course, our hits and anything else that looks interesting. But the base will just keep on keeping on. Well, man. And Studio Basketball, I did get confirmation on Friday, and I actually kind of meant to get it listed to end on Friday, but I didn't get it done. Studio Basketball, the new series, is coming out on Friday. So next Friday, well, I will be getting in some, oh man, some 16, 17 Studio Basketball, but we'll probably open it on Saturday instead of on Friday. So look for that to get listed probably, I guess, what, Monday? Yeah, Monday, to end on Saturday. As you saw, all those packs were like everywhere down in that box, so I was just shaking it around to make sure we had all the packs out of there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Now we can get rolling. Oh, Dave, you've got the Wizards in this break. Okay. Well, we have put it out into the universe for you, and let's see if the universe delivers. It definitely delivered on the mini helmets. That was one heck of a break on the mini helmets. I'm still super psyched about that. So first up, we have draft day autographs, Andre Roberson for the Oklahoma City Thunder. And that is, of course, rookie. So there's our first hit out of Titanium. I just wish I could figure out why in the world this camera is being so weird with the lighting tonight. What is going on with it? There's a Wizard for you. I know you want it signed, but at least we saw a Wizard, so the universe is trying to work with you, Dave. Oh boy, I cannot say first name or last name of this guy, but there he is. And man, you can see that. Look at the right corner of that. That is really, unfortunately, very banged up on that right-hand corner down there, right out of the pack with some unfortunate card injury. It is numbered to 299. Of course, it said Oklahoma City, or it said Seattle Supersonics, and that is the current franchise, Oklahoma City Thunder. So that's where that card will go, because the Seattle Supersonics, you know, moved and changed their name and all that. Poor Chris Bosh can't play basketball anymore. I came out finally and said that after he's missed most of the last couple seasons. Tim Duncan and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Spurs on one side, Lakers on the other. That is numbered to 49, and unless we have the same team owner for the Lakers and the Spurs, that will have to go to random.org. And I think that might be the first time I've seen a Kareem Abdul-Jabbar materials hit. And those are both game worn too, so that's a nice little hit out of there. Let's, well, I don't know. We've got two things turned around backwards, so let's see what they are. This is an insert numbered to 199. Fundamentals, Steve Nash for the Lakers. And then we have for the Nets, Deron Williams, double materials to 279. Whoops, I stacked him in the wrong pile. He needs to be over here in our hits, not in our base cards. Jimmer Fredette. What's he doing now? I think he's playing overseas, isn't he? Poor little Jimmer. Jason Terry for the Nets. Another materials hit. This one to 299. So it's two materials hit for the Nets. Coming out back to back. Now we have got, we'll just leave him sitting over there so I don't forget to take him through random. We're going to get into Donruss next. And of course, the Donruss has tons of interesting things in it. And, well, I had that turned upside down like 6 times. What is my deal? Channing Frye for the Magic. It's a refractor, and I don't know the pattern. You can kind of see the wavy pattern, but I don't know the pattern name for that. Glenn Robinson, Aaron Affollo. Moses Malone for the Sixers in the Elite card. Oh, and you know what else comes out next week? Speaking of new releases, Prestige Football, 2017 Prestige Football coming out on Wednesday. Although, again, I think I have the first break listed on Thursday rather than on Wednesday. But also really looking forward to that, because it's going to have all of our 2017 rookies in it. Whoops. There's an Iguodala. What does that say? Assists. So it's number of assists. I couldn't read the card. It's a refractor, of course. I know, you guys know my vision, well, at least most of you. It might be a couple of new people, but the majority of you have done breaks with me before, and you all know that my middle distance vision is practically non-existent, so sometimes it's hard for me to see that stuff. Press proof. And of course, Donruss has all kinds of different cards in here, as you see. The base Donruss, and then they have the Elite inserts. They have some Court Kings inserts. I mean, Donruss just kind of puts everything but the kitchen sink in there, but it does make it fun. Louis Scola for the Pacers in that same wavy pattern, whose name I don't know. Okay, this is going to be, and you know I'm just going to turn it back over again in a minute. Elite Dominator, and this is Shaq, of course, when he was with the Lakers, and it is, what is that numbered to? Does that say $9.99? It does. $999. So it's a cool looking card, but I gotta say, when it's numbered to $999, it doesn't really feel like it's all that exclusive, does it? It's like if they're, you know, I don't even know if I would number it at that point. It's going to be numbered to 1,000, basically. I know those were upside down. I just was just like, why? Why must they put them in the pack in 17 different directions? I don't know. Do you know, I'm kind of wishing I had gotten some more. I'm back on the mini helmets. But I kind of wish I had gotten some more cases of the mini helmets than what I did get. Because I really wasn't sure. You know, they don't ever give you a full checklist. And so you never really kind of know exactly what's going to be in there. So, I mean, I ordered a couple cases of it, but actually 3 cases, I think. But I wish I had ordered a little bit more because it's coming out to be pretty nice product. I mean, everybody we pulled, I would say, was very nice in the entire half case. There was nobody in there that you'd be like, you know. So, hopefully, our second half of the case will be as... Oh, there's a Hibbert. That is a refractor in the Elite. Hopefully, the rest of the cases will be as good as that was. Oh, and we've got baseball coming out next week, too. Finest, 2017 Topps Finest Baseball. That's a busy week next week. Studio Basketball, Finest Baseball, and Prestige Football all coming out, 2 on Wednesday and 1 on Friday. There's Chris Bosh again. I don't know why I said again. We didn't have a hit for him a while ago, but I guess just because he's been on my mind since they came out and announced that he's has to retire due to medical reasons. That did not appear to be numbered on that Bosch. That's what I was looking for, and I didn't see a number on it. And so look for this stuff for the most part to ship out. I'm going to guess on, I'm going to move some of these down, on Tuesday. It would have probably been more like Wednesday, if not for the fact that there was so much unsold stuff tonight, that will drastically cut down on the amount of time that it takes me to ship it. So, so I think probably Tuesday is most likely. It's possible some of it could go to Wednesday, but I'm thinking Tuesday ought to do it. Gary Harris for the Nuggets to 99, signature, and of course die cut, and not a refractor though, and it is a sticker auto on that one. Yeah, you've got a nice hit coming, man. For sure you do, Jordan. Tony Parker, Jersey Kings for the Spurs. So I think, Jordan, you must have already been signed off the other night. And I was asking you if you had tried to get your team yet. You're the Browns, right? Normally in like current stuff. If you had blah, 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 blah. If you had been in any 2017 breaks yet for the Browns. Brandon Knight refractor for the Bucks, and if so, if you were finding it harder to get them now that you've got all of, you've got a pretty good rookie class up there, and I think you're probably going to be a little bit maybe in the same boat like I am with the Steelers, that everybody's pretty excited about my Steelers rookie class too, and it's making it harder to get my team. Nick Stauskas for the Kings on the 2017 stuff. Like, Steelers are always competitive, it seems like, in any break, but especially in these 2017 early breaks. And so I was wondering if you're having the same thing happen to you with the Browns. Because I actually think you guys had a pretty good draft. I got to be honest. I'm fairly impressed with your all's draft this year. Mostly because they didn't try to reach and go for another quarterback and give away a bunch of their picks. They leveraged all their stuff really well, the Browns I'm talking about. And you took quarterback, but later, and you got some nice defensive players and a couple of other good pieces that I think will fit well for you up there. Production line, LaMarcus Aldridge, that one, again, with that kind of wavy pattern, and is a refractor. Yeah, so I figured your Browns were going to be pretty competitive right now. Even in like classics, and I haven't opened a lot of 2017 yet. What have we done? Classics and something else, I think. I can't remember what. But even what limited 17 stuff I've done so far, it looks like the Browns are really kind of coming to task, if you will. I think they're going to be kind of hard to get. And then maybe when we get into the season, and I guess we see how everybody will play, then that'll maybe tell the tale for both of us. Yeah, Browns have been good. Damian Lillard for the Trailblazers. That one is numbered to 149 on the Crusade insert. Well, hopefully you'll be able to get some in Prestige, because I think it's, what, 4 hits a box, if I'm remembering right. And it always has a lot of rookie content. I mean, there's definitely, for sure, there's veteran content in there too, but there's generally a fair amount of rookie content in Prestige, because this will be the first card set where they come out with their team names printed on the card. Jabari Parker for the Bucks to 199. As you know, all the others have just been their collegiate uniforms and their collegiate teams. So you might have some luck with Prestige. Hey, there's some LeBron James fabric. That's nice, out of Excalibur, and you got a little bit of some issues down here on the edge. It's not entirely chipping. It's really kind of like the paper's just kind of bent upward or something, but for lack of a better term, maybe we'll call it a little bit of chipping, but it's definitely a little bit of edge wear, and that's unfortunately, as you guys know, fairly common on any of the cards, even out of the pack, but especially the thicker ones. This is numbered 70. Oh, Richard. Everybody's coming in late asking about the mini helmets. Ooh, hang on a second, Richard. Look at that. That's a case hit, friends. Yes, it is. And that is, you look at that and you think, oh, that's, yeah, okay, that's a case hit, Patrick Ewing, Kaboom, and some of these Kaboom cards go for hundreds of dollars. So in our one little box here, not out of a sealed case, we just got a nice case hit. Okay, so Richard, the mini helmets, it was Drew Brees for the Saints, Christian McCaffrey for the Panthers, Dick Butkus for the Bears, and Todd Gurley for the Rams. And I'm amazed that I remembered them all, because normally I don't. There's Zach Randolph Materials hit for the Grizzlies. We're going to set Kaboom down here with the hits, because that is most assuredly a hit. Well, I had those last two upside down, so there they are the correct way. And Gordon Hayward for the Jazz to 60. I'm so excited that we got that Patrick Ewing Kaboom card. That's nice, man. That is really nice. Yeah, Richard, it looks like the Leaf mini helmets are going to be pretty solid. Of course, we'll find out for sure when we break the second half of that case, which I don't even, it's already listed, but I don't remember when it ends. But if they continue to go like that, I'm going to wish that I had bought a lot more than I did, I expect. D'Angelo Russell, rookie rampage for the Lakers. Oh, nice hit for the Lakers. Numbered to 25. Of course, there's your signature. Look at your patch. Oh, so nice. And again, you've got a little bit of edge and corner, particularly on the left side, more so than the right side even. But wow, this has been quite a nice box. That D'Angelo Russell to 25 signature with a fantastic patch on it. So congrats to the Lakers on that, who, excuse me, who probably picked that up for Under $10 is my guess, because nothing in basketball sold very high tonight. In fact, most of it didn't sell at all. So to review our hits, we have our Gordon Hayward Crusade, Jabari Parker Crusade, and our Damian Lillard Crusade. Our Kaboom case hit that came out of our single loose box, Patrick Ewing for the Knicks. And of course, this is everything together. What you just saw is out of this Excalibur box, but the rest of it, we've got all of our Titanium and Donruss in here too. There's the D'Angelo Russell /25 for the Lakers. Super nice. Zach Randolph for the Grizzlies. That Excalibur box was just really exceptional. Here's LeBron James materials hit for the Cavs. Like, I wish we could have that box every time, right? Jersey Kings, Tony Parker for the Spurs. Gary Harris for the Nuggets /99 on the die cut. Chris Bosh, Game Threads for the Heat. Jason Terry for the Nets /299, materials hit. Another materials hit for the Nets, Deron Williams /279. This poor guy he's got the worst of all of the wear. That corner is just smushed down there on the bottom right, and it just came out of the pack that way, unfortunately. And this is /299. I can't say the guy's name at all. But of course it says Supersonics on it. That's the current Oklahoma City Thunder, so that's where that card will go. Andre Roberson, speaking of the Oklahoma City Thunder, there's his autograph on a rookie card. And then Tim Duncan and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, numbered /49. Spurs on one side, Lakers on the other, and that has got to go to random.org. Well, first, let me just check the spreadsheet real quick and see Lakers and Spurs, if we have the same team owner or not. Lakers is Marty Marr, and the Spurs, okay, so nope, we do not have the same team owner. So, here we go. And we're going to do the same little deal that we always do. And that is, whoops, I typed that in incorrectly. As we go left to right, if the card is oriented that way, we're going to hit random 3 times, and then we're going to see where we end up. And wherever we end up at the third random is the card owner. And there you'll see randomized 3 times. There's your date and time stamp, and that card is headed to the Lakers. Lakers, Lakers, Lakers. So let me get, give me 1 second here. I want to go ahead and I'm just going to mark it on the sleeve so that I don't forget. And just because somebody will later freak out and say, oh, you marked on the card. No, see, it's on the sleeve, not on the card. I always feel the need to say that because somebody somewhere will see that later and say, oh, you marked on my card and ruined it. No, I didn't. It's just the sleeve. All right, so that is that mixer. Let me get back over here into the land of spreadsheet, and we're then going to figure out what comes next. Oh, it looks like it's 2 boxes of limited. All right, that's going to be fun. So 2012-13 Panini Limited Basketball, 2 boxes, and same format as before. Well, yeah, there's still a pretty good number of unsold teams in here, but not quite as many as we had in the last break. But still a handful. Well, I didn't mean to click on that. I was trying to scroll back up. Clearly, I'm having some issues tonight. And like our other 2012 products from Panini Basketball, we will find one of those Kobe Anthology promo bonus packs in each of these boxes. We will open it up, and if we find a hit, the hit will be handed out via random.org to everyone in the break. And if it is just base cards, those do not ship. And that would be the case for any promo pack. But, you know, the only one that I've ever consistently found has been these Kobe anthologies. There was not a football jersey tonight, Richard. There were the mini helmets and the half case of 2011 Prime Signatures. And that was it for football. Everything else tonight is basketball. So I didn't have a jersey up tonight. I do have another jersey, but I don't remember when it ends, honestly. It might end tomorrow, but I'm not 100% sure. All right, so this is 12-13 limited, and of course, remember, we have got in all of these 12-13 products, we've got a dual rookie class because of the lockout of 11-12. The 11-12 rookies appear in here as well as rookies, as well as our 12-13 rookies. So that's another reason it's so much fun to open the 12-13 cards. It's like 2 for the price of 1. Al Horford for the Hawks, center stage materials. And that is numbered to 199. And once again, I do see a little bit of kind of edge and corner issues, not anything as dramatic as we've seen on a couple of the others that have come out tonight, but definitely some on there. I do try to point that stuff out when I notice it. Sometimes I don't notice it until after the fact due to my vision issues, but when I do see it, I try to point it out. Bernard James Unlimited Potential for the Mavericks. And that is also numbered to 199. And who is this? Oh, Chandler Parsons for the Rockets, numbered to 349. And it's kind of hard to see it, but that is signed right there. And it is, I guess I need like something white to put behind it. What if I got that swell? Oh, maybe this will work. That's kind of off-white, but there you go. Now you can see it better. Chandler Parsons autograph. Let's go ahead and pull the rest of our base cards up here. That reflective surface can make life difficult. Maybe that's why the light is so weird, because it's reflecting off these cards. I don't know. I'm just trying to figure it out. Anthony Mason material monikers for the Knicks, and that is a sticker auto down there. And then, of course, you got your little bit of material up there at the top, and it is numbered to 99. Next out for the Warriors, numbered to 399, Jeremy Tyler. And just while I'm thinking about it, oftentimes these little kind of acetate or whatever you want to call these kind of little clear cards, I have found often have, it's not really, I guess, paint, but whatever that is on there often comes out with like little kind of interesting nicks and scratches on it too. And I can only guess that happens when they're trying to get them assembled or signed or something. Paul Pierce for the Celtics. Materials hit to 199. So again, let's take a look at our hits. This is out of limited. Paul Pierce for the Celtics. Jeremy Tyler for the Warriors. Anthony Mason for the Knicks. Chandler Parsons for the Rockets. Bernard James for the Mavericks. And Al Horford for the Hawks. And that is it for 2012-13 Limited. Have not yet done Timeless Treasures. It is, I think, the very last one tonight. I think next up we've got the Threads mixer and then Timeless. Oh, wait a minute. We've got Momentum still to do, too. So we're going to have Momentum and then Threads and then Timeless Treasures. I'll get it spit out in a minute. Apparently, I'm having difficulty speaking tonight, too. So this is one box of 2012-13 Panini Momentum Basketball. This will be the second time we have broken that particular product. And same as before, teams down the left, winning bidders down the right. Anything that says no bids buyback means it was an unsold, unloved, unwanted orphan team. So if anything comes out for one of those teams, those cards would stay here with me. Of course, I did not mark anything tonight as unpaid. I'm sure we still had some unpaid teams, but I ran out of time. So if you have not already made payment for the break, please take care of doing that. Because obviously, you know, I'm not going to send the stuff until I get the payment. And you would think that would be self-explanatory, yet no, it's probably not. It's always better just to say it. And for anybody who jumped in late, again, the target for shipping this stuff is in the time frame of Tuesday to Wednesday to get out the door. Leaf Limited. I did not do, the only thing we did tonight with Leaf were the mini helmets, Richard. I didn't have Leaf Limited tonight. I just had the Leaf mini helmets, and then I had the Prime Signatures Football, and then everything else tonight's in basketball. Saturdays are when I generally do a lot of basketball. In fact, that's almost the only time I do basketball, unless something, you know, comes out as a new release on Wednesday. Otherwise, right now I'm just doing it on Saturdays because it hasn't been super popular recently. So there are should be 5 hits in this box, unless Panini has seen fit to not give us the average that we're supposed to have. So we should have 5 hits in here. Oh, that's a die cut. Just now realized that. Harrison Barnes die cut for the Warriors. Is that going to be numbered? Yeah, to 25. 23 of 25 on the Harrison Barnes die cut. So that's nice little hit for the Warriors. For the Lakers, Gail Goodrich. Momentous rookies. Oh, now wait a minute. I clearly have something stuck together there. Let's try that again. Monumental marks. Gail Goodrich, 2 of 5. Wow. 2 of 5 for the Lakers. That is, that's nice, isn't it? So congrats, Lakers, on your 2 of 5. Now let's try this again for the Jazz. Alec Burks. And is Alec not numbered? I guess he is. I don't see a number on there. For the Heat, we're going to have Mario Chalmers, numbered to 15. Another nice low number. Of course, not as low as 2-5, but still. And you got a little bit of corner wear down here at the bottom. Probably more noticeable simply because it's not a white edge. You know, it's a gold edge is probably why it's more noticeable, but it's nothing too tremendously horrible. But I did see it, so that's why we're calling it out. Marvin Williams for the Jazz to 49. And is that one card? No, it's 2 cards. Why are these cards all stuck together? So weird. Tobias Harris, and that is an on-card auto hit for the Bucks with the Tobias Harris. And I don't think that is numbered either, unless, yeah, I'm not seeing it, so it doesn't appear to be numbered. And then finally, Kyle O'Quinn for the Magic, but that is just a base card. I just had it stuck in the wrong place. Okay, so let's review our hits out of Limited. Even though this is not a signature or a material, it is Harrison Barnes die cut, and it is numbered to 25. So we're going to recap it as a hit because of the fact that it's die cut and to 25, and that it's Harrison Barnes. So that's all good. Alec Burks, sticker auto. Momentous rookies. And that, of course, is for the Jazz. Mario Chalmers for the Heat, numbered to 15. Also a sticker auto. For the Bucks, and this is an on-card auto, Tobias Harris. Nice little hit there for the Bucks. Not numbered. For the Jazz, again, Marvin Williams to 49. And then finally for the Lakers, the Gail Goodrich numbered to 5, 2 of 5 on the Gail Goodrich hit for the Lakers. So all in all, not a bad box of Momentum. Actually, I like Momentum quite a bit, and you can get some really nice hits out of it. So we will be opening more of that. I opened a box back, I don't know when it was, a month ago, maybe 6 weeks ago, I don't know. And then I just kind of didn't go back and get more, and I don't really know why. I just didn't get around to it. But this time I did buy more, so it's sitting here staring me in the face, reminding me to get it listed. So we'll be opening some of that next Saturday as well. And next up, NBA Mixer number 11 is one box of 14-15, 1-15-16, and 1-16-17 Threads Basketball. And of course, Threads Basketball out of 14-15 and 15-16. Each of those boxes will have 4 hits in them. Out of 16-17, for some reason, they cut the hits back to only 2 for who knows what reason. That's just Panini for you. So we should have a total of 10 hits in the break. Whoops, I did not mean to switch that screen. We should have a total of 10 hits in here, and that is, as you know, if they always say on average, because sometimes Panini will come along and replace some of your hits with a rewards points card or something else that nobody wants to know about. So they do say, quote, on average. But I am expecting us to have 10 hits. And there are some announcer cards in here that can be pulled. And I have always in the past, if we pulled a card of someone who is an announcer, that card has been given out via random.org. But last week, someone, of course, got very upset that they did not get a card for an announcer that had previously played for their team, even though it was clearly not there as a player. I mean, the card said announcer on it. So I did do a little revision in the special circumstances area. And if you guys haven't looked at that in a while, go check that out. But it does now account for cards that show a player in the capacity of an announcer. That, you know, if they were exclusive to one team for their entire career, whether that is their entire career as an announcer or their entire career as a player and announcer, and that team name is printed on the card, then it would go to that team. But if they are not exclusive to one team, or that team name is not printed on the card, then the announcer card should still be given out via random the way we have always done it. But you know, you can't make everybody happy all of the time. There's always going to be situations where somebody finds something they don't 100% agree with, and if I think it's a reasonable thing, then I will try to accommodate to make sure that we don't have the same situation again. So that is why we have now spelled out how we handle announcer cards. This is to 199, Kyle Anderson hit for the Spurs, and again, a little bit of edge and corner wear, but nothing terrible. Kyle Anderson debut Threads. And let's see, I'm just checking. Sorry, I'm scrolling back down to see if my stupid iPad is just spinning and spinning again. I don't know what's going on with it. I think I need to get a new one, honestly. The iPad doesn't cooperate with me as well as it should be. That is numbered to 199. For the most part, the inserts in here, unless they're low-numbered inserts, we're just going to buzz right on through them, because I don't think any of them numbered to 199 probably are going to thrill you or me, either one, all that much. The lower numbered ones are a little better. That one is to 25, as a matter of fact. Speaking of, so there's Derrick Rose to 25. There's Kyle Anderson. These are called leather rookies in threads. They just have that kind of textured feel to them. And they are, of course, exclusive to the hobby boxes. Those were not available in any of the retail things. So the leather rookies are kind of pseudo hits, I guess, for lack of a better word. And we're going to need something white to put behind this fella too, so you can see the signature a little better. So that is Gary Harris for the Nuggets, rookie view signature. And of course, you know, like our other thick cards, there is some wear to it. And it looks like, to me, honestly, I believe the guy probably signed the clear piece of whatever, and then it was later inserted into the card, because you can see how it kind of dips down below where the card itself, you know, where the little space for the window in the card is. So I think they must have had them sign just the clear part and then inserted that into the card like they would have inserted, you know, a material or some other hit. So I think that's why sometimes the autographs are cut off. Bogdanovich for the Nets and the leather rookie. Corey, oh gosh, that went sliding right out from under my hands there. Corey Jefferson for the Nets, rookie materials, and once again, got some edge and corner issues. And that's a really nice piece of material, I have to say. I would expect this to be fairly low numbered. Is it? Yeah, 3 of 25 on the Corey Jefferson material. And that's got to be probably the edge of a number or a letter. Pretty sweet little hit. For the Magic, die-cut jersey for Aaron Gordon. Rookie, of course. Rookie die-cut jersey, to be specific. Oh, there's Boogie. Oh, this is the second one of these we have pulled out of 14-15 threads just this month. There is another nice Joel Embiid to 149, and that, of course, signature and materials hit. And again, you've got a little bit of edge and corner, but nothing too outrageous. And I bet the last time we pulled one of these Embiids was also a night like tonight, where there were not a lot of bids and the prices did not go very high. And so I'd say somebody got a really good deal on that Joel Embiid rookie signature and materials hit right there. So that's what makes it fun about breaking, right? Sometimes we get really good stuff for not much money. And so I would say somebody just got some really good stuff right there for not much money. So congratulations on that. Now we're into the 15-16 threads. Steve Novak to 199 for the Thunder. And same as before, a little bit of edge and corner issues. But really nothing ever comes out of these that would grade a 10. In fact, a lot of times it wouldn't even grade a straight up 9, straight out of the pack. Rashawn Holmes for the Sixers, leather rookie. Is that Carl Anthony? Yeah, there's a big cat. Rookie card. You know, I still think it's interesting that the guy at the card store told me a while back, and you've probably heard me mention this before, that I wish I could remember who it was exactly that told him, but it was one of the industry people. So either from, you know, like one of the main distributors or from the card company itself, told him that the average condition of a card out of the pack is 8.5. Tim Duncan for the Spurs. Which just seems silly, doesn't it? That, you know, it would come right out of the pack and grade an 8.5 and not like a 9 or a 10. But, oh, look at that. Really nice to 25 for the Bucks with the Oscar Robertson. Wow, that is super, super nice hit for the Bucks. So we have pulled a couple of really good things out of threads thus far. which is just one of the reasons that I love Threads, because you can pull things like Oscar Robertson to 25. I mean, come on. And the Joel Embiid rookies. But I don't know. It hasn't been doing very well lately, so I'm tempted to just kind of open the rest of Threads myself, to be honest with you. There's Willie Cauley-Stein leather rookie for the Kings. And I don't know, why is the color just... It seems like now the color is changing colors. Not only is the light changing, now the colors are changing. That is numbered to 99. My little camera is clearly having some sort of an issue tonight. Like, I don't know what is going on with it. But it doesn't seem to be very happy at the moment. It's like having a personality disorder or something, the camera. Marjanovic for the Spurs, leather rookie. Brandon Jennings for the Pistons, triple materials. That is to 199. So I know whoever has the Bucks, you probably were after somebody other than Oscar Robertson, but that is a really nice hit. So I hope whoever has the Bucks likes Oscar Robertson. But even if you don't, you can probably still get a little bit of coin for that, numbered to 25. Norman Powell, leather rookie for the Raptors. Ginobili, materials hit for the Spurs, numbered to 199. And then that's going to bring us up to the 16-17 threads, where again in here we're only going to have 2 hits rather than the 4 that we have enjoyed in our last 2 boxes, because Panini got stingy on us for some reason. I'm going to set some of these down on the sorting mat to just move them kind of out of the playing field, so to speak. Yeah, I just don't know why they ever... I mean, why would you ever, like, cut hits back? If anything, you'd think you would put in more hits, not less. Debut Threads, Malcolm Brogdon for the Bucks. That's a nice little hit. Bucks are having a good break. Nice little hit on the Brogdon Threads. Whoops. I guess I could turn those the right way, huh? Even though they're just base cards, we still would be helpful to see them facing in the right direction. Well, now that was silly. Why did they just put 1 going the other way? That is numbered to 199 for the Mavericks with the Nowitzki. The leather rookie for Satoransky for the Wizards. I went a little Tyler Ulis for the Suns. I like Tyler. He was one of my favorites at UK. There's a nice Hardwood Pioneers insert of Bill Russell for the Celtics, and that is a refractor. So that was a fun little hit. Well, we'll get it going eventually. And after this break, we have the 2 Timeless Treasures, the one from 12-13, the one from 13-14. And then that's the last one of the night. We'll come right after we finish up Threads here. Another leather rookie total for the Raptors. My little cat's trying to decide if he's getting ready to dive into the pile of wrappers or not. Oh, he jumped over it. That's a shock. Usually they like to get in there and crunch around, but no, he walked right up to the edge of it and then just jumped right over it. Hey, there you go. There's a nice little Ben Simmons die-cut jersey. And now he's down there on the stairs meowing. You could probably hear him. And there is a little Ben Simmons rookie card too. But of course the die-cut jersey is nice to have. If it had been autographed, we would have really been happy. Oh, Juwan Howard is our autograph. Some Legends ink coming out for the Wizards. They were, of course, the Washington Bullets then, but it is the Wizards. So nice hit for the Wizards. Is that who do you? Well, Jordan's probably not on here anymore at this point, but I wonder if he had the Wizards in this break too, or if he just had the Wizards in the last one. Die-cut jersey for Steven Adams for the Thunder. And Steven Adams just went sliding right off the top there. Slid right down onto the mat. All right, so let me stack these on the mat for sorting over here, and then we're going to recap our hits. And I'm going to recap the die-cut jerseys mainly just because I like them, and that little insert was numbered to 25, so I had set it aside. So die-cut jersey Steven Adams, die-cut jersey Ben Simmons, and die-cut jersey Aaron Gordon. Those are all the die-cut jerseys we pulled. Sometimes we pull more than that, but that was it for tonight. Juwan Howard signature hit for the Wizards. Debut threads Malcolm Brogdon for the Bucks. Triple threat Manu Ginobili threads for the Spurs. Triple threat Brandon Jennings materials hit for the Pistons. Really nice Oscar Robertson to 25 for the Bucks. Steven Novak to 199 for the Thunder. Nice Joel Embiid to 149 signature and materials hit for the Sixers. Corey Jefferson rookie materials hit with a real nice patch. It's probably my favorite patch of tonight. It is number 3 of 25. Seems like it's got a little bit of a bend or a curve to that card, but maybe it's just the way I'm looking at it. I'm not 100% sure, but at any rate, Gary Harris, rookie signature for the Nuggets. And again, you know, all of these cards have a little bit of kind of edge and corner wear to them. And then for the Spurs, again, to 199, Kyle Anderson, debut threads, rookie materials hit. So those are the hits for the threads mixer. Which brings us up to our final break of the night, which is going to be Timeless Treasures. And that is one box of each of 2012-13 and one box of 13-14 Panini Timeless Treasures Basketball. This is the break number 6, so it's the sixth time we have broken that combination. And same as before, you know, no bids. If anything comes out for one of those teams, stays here with me. Anything else has a team owner name by it, and that means those cards will be sent to you if they come out, assuming that it is paid, of course. I did not have time to mark the unpaid tonight prior to the start of the break. And then after we do Timeless Treasures here, the next thing after that, we'll do our nightly random. And our nightly random is a little bit different than what we've done in the past. Well, it's the same in that everybody will be put in there and one person will come out as our nightly random winner. But it's different in the fact that I'm not giving out like an individual card each night. Instead, what I'm doing is whoever comes out each night is going to win a spot in the customer appreciation break. And in that break, I will buy the product, to be determined. Don't know what product it's going to be yet, but I will purchase the product. And then on or about July 1st, all of our nightly winners will come together for that break. And of course, you know, you won't be charged anything to be part of that break. And we'll open up some product and pull the hits out. And then we'll let random.org decide who's going to win what. I may just have random put everybody like in an order and then do a hits draft. Or we may just let random pick some winners and then let random take our hits and, you know, make it a double random. I don't know. We'll work that part out when we get closer to time. But for now, that's what the nightly random is going to mean. It's going to mean you get a spot in the customer appreciation break at no cost to you. This is Chandler Parsons for the Rockets, numbered to 499. And I need, I guess, our little white or off-white, whatever that is there, so that you can get a better look at the signature, because it's kind of hard to see otherwise. And like the cards out of our other sets, you know, there are, unfortunately, there are some little edge and corner issues. For the Oklahoma City Thunder, we have Perry Jones to 499. May as well get our white piece of paper back so that you can see Perry Jones' signature. And then that is followed up by Paul Gasol to 149. When Paul was with the Lakers. And that's actually a pretty cool little hit there. All-Star material. So that came from his All-Star uniform then. And that's a fun little card. I like that. Oh, well, if you had the Sixers in the last break, Dave, how is that a terrible night? There were a bunch of nice hits, I thought, for the Sixers out of the last break. Like, you don't like the embed? That was, come on, man. That embed was solid. Jay, I don't know. We'll try to find you some bucks in here, man. If there's any bucks to be had, we'll see if we can find them. We can conjure them up for you in here. Tony Mitchell for the Pistons. And that is rookie fabric, of course. Coming out for the Clippers, validating marks, Lou Admonson. And I don't know Lou Admonson, so I don't know that guy at all. So I don't know if that's good, bad, or indifferent for the Clippers, but nonetheless, there it is. And then for the Kings, how about that? Ben McLemore. There was a time when everybody would have been going crazy to get that Ben McLemore, and there's probably still a fair amount of people that would enjoy having it. And is the bin numbered? I guess it is not. Okay, so let's, I thought that's actually part of the card design, I guess. I thought there was something on the card. I was like trying to wipe it off. I don't know if you can see there's a diagonal line right there, and I thought it was like a, I don't know, a thread or a piece of something on the card, but it's not. Ben McLemore's signature and materials hit for the Kings. Lou Admonson signature for the Clippers. I'm just reviewing the hits if I didn't say that already. Tony Mitchell materials hit for the Pistons. Paul Gasol. This is, of course, from his All-Star uniform, but you will see on the back does designate when he was with the Lakers, so this will go to the Lakers. Perry Jones for the Thunder. Chandler Parsons for the Rockets. And then everything else was base. And that wraps us up for tonight, other than our nightly random. So let's get that squared away. And see who's gonna end up with an entry into the customer appreciation break. And this is all the breaks from tonight. I take all the bidder just literally off the other page and just put it onto tab 2 in aggregate so that we can grab it easily rather than having to go back and forth. So it will take a minute, but I just always put it up so you guys can see it as it scrolls through. You can see that your name is in there. That's a really long one. We had a lot of breaks tonight. And is that showing you? Why is that showing? Oh, I guess I just had you on the wrong. Ah, now I've got a black screen. Everybody's got a blank screen. There, now that fixed it. That was weird. I don't know what happened there. Now we got to paste it all in here. And see who we're looking at tonight. And I'll just do a quick scroll back up once again. So, and you saw me copy it all and paste it all. So I think you know it's in there, but still. All right, and it is SNR Surplus 1. SNR Surplus 1 has a spot in the customer appreciation break. All right, and that is it for tonight, guys. As always, I thank you so much for hanging out with me, chatting with me, and all that kind of stuff. And I hope to see you again on another break. Dave, did you have the 76ers in the last break? In the Threads break? Because there were hits for the Sixers in the Threads break. So that's why I'm confused. Because you said last break 76ers and then you said no hits all night. So then I'm confused as to what you ended up with. But I'm sorry if it was not one of those nights where the odds were in your favor, man. That's always awful. I hate when that happens to me too. So hopefully it won't happen to you again for a long time. All right, guys, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Hope to see you again soon on another break. In the meantime, you have a great rest of your weekend. Take care.